What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 42 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nikki Powell, and with me today, like usual, Lipstick Nerds fashion is Amanda Mancane.
Hello.
Hey. How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever. They haven't seen us in forever. It's been like 2 months.
I know.
We're terrible.
It's funny because before I left for PAX, I was like, hey, let's record like one day and then like 2 days after that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yeah, sure. And then like those days went by and then PAX is here and I was like, oh, crap.
I don't even think we got one of those days in.
Nope.
Whoops.
Not.
You went to PAX. I didn't get to go to PAX. So PAX happened. How was that?
It was good. I spent a lot of time. Well, I first I flew home for a day and a half. I took a red eye out and was in my hometown at like 2:30 in the afternoon East Coast time. So naturally I was up for like a 24-hour time span. But so I flew home for a day and a half and then we drove to Boston, which was awesome because I got to drive my car, which was nice because I haven't driven my car in a while. And it was good. It was we did a lot of running around, I did a lot of running around, to be honest with you. Everybody was like, hey, you're here, like, let's go hang out. I met up with someone I used to work with. Yeah, someone I used to work with first, and we went out, and then like people I met at PAX. I met up with Elijah, who I also met up at PAX. I don't know why I specified. Like a bunch of people that are like fans of Lipstick Nerds and friends of mine and Lipstick Nerds on Twitter. And Alex and I hung out, Alex O'Neill.
I know, awesome. I got all those Snapchats, so jealous.
Yeah. And you just updated our Twitter and I was like,
I did, because I totally forgot. I updated my Twitter and I tagged our Twitter.
Yeah, I'll just because I didn't we failed at this, guys. We were just like, yeah, let's record. but that's typical of us. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. The big thing for me was a lot of the games that have had betas, or we're about to have betas or stuff that you heard of. But I did get to see some of Perception, which is being done by some people that worked on BioShock, which is really cool. Have you heard anything about Perception?
No, but you said BioShock and you immediately had my attention, so.
It's, so character, and you are, basically everything that you do, you have you're making like tapping noises and that's like illuminating. But the more noise you make, the more bad things come out. Scary game. But it's all like, yeah, right? So it's all based upon like audio. And I'm grabbing my head like so it's really like I was watching people play it and they had the headphones on and then all of a sudden like 4 people would just be like, yeah. And I would be looking at the screen like I don't know what's happening because like I don't see anything. Yeah. But like everything that they heard was just crazy. So I'm looking forward to that. They also had this girl who was really good at her cosplay and she like stood there the whole time. So it was like we were doing a funny thing at PAX, Elijah and his friend and I, they were like, you have to go to this booth and you have to tell us if this girl is real or a robot. And I'm like, okay. So I like go up and I'm like looking, I'm watching. She doesn't really blink and she's wearing like dark black contacts. So her eyes are, you kind of look like a robot and her arms are like, well, the internet can't see, but her arms are like this against her hips. So like with like this part on resting on her hips, and she didn't move them the entire time. It was really scary. Like, this girl was really good.
I don't know. You think some stuff is scary, and I'm like, this is not scary. So.
Well, it wasn't like terrifying scary, but the fact that like she could just do this.
It was like creepy.
and like not move and not like, and then anytime she would move, it was because one of the people at the booth, like one of the people that she was with, would move or like say something, and she would like not respond. So it was like really really good. But it was a human for sure. And then what else? Yeah, went to a couple parties. I played Overwatch, which was crazy because when we played it at PAX, I didn't really like it at all. And then I got into the beta and I absolutely loved it. And it's awesome. So if you guys haven't played Overwatch yet, you should get it when it comes out. Unfortunately, the beta's over, so you can't play it anymore. But it was really, really good.
Darn. Yeah, I haven't played. I don't even know what it looks like. I haven't been keeping up.
It's
bad.
It's very pretty. You should watch the trailers. It's very pretty, and it's definitely gonna be a good. Like if you were to pick it up, like I'm picking it up, Danny's getting it. So like a whole bunch of people are gonna be playing. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I don't know. I'm like 3 hours into Uncharted, so
that's true. How's that going?
Awesome. I freaking love it. Apparently, I spoiled something for G that I didn't know that I spoiled because I was like, "Hey, did you hear about? Or this thing was amazing?" And he was like, "Oh, you mean this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, I didn't actually know that. I was just guessing. But thanks for ruining it. And I was like, sorry. My bad. Oops. Maybe you shouldn't guess correctly. So, but whatever. Yeah, it's really good so far. I like it. It's awesome. I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Yeah. I have to play the other ones. They're selling like I almost said the Uncharted collection. What do they call the collection for PS4? I don't know. But they're selling the collection. I think it's 5 for like
the
$20
Uncharted collection.
Maybe it is just the Uncharted. Now I'm gonna Google it.
I think so. I don't know.
But normally it's like $40. Now they're selling it.
No, it's a good price.
Might have to get it. But what?
I don't know. You keep breaking up, so I was just letting you talk.
Oh, whoops. I was saying, speaking of G, I feel like you have something really important to tell us.
So I've talked about this on 2 other podcasts. I haven't talked about this on our very own podcast.
Which is insane.
Because we haven't recorded since the middle of April. So that shows you. Reason my 10-year anniversary was April 15th. And I got engaged. Woo! It was awesome. Yay. I had the nerdiest, best proposal ever. It was fantastic and amazing. It was like 99% Zelda themed. It was a scavenger hunt. Like, it was great. So I haven't actually told you the whole story, have I? Like, I've texted it out, but I haven't like told you. So,
yeah, and I watched the video online and stuff too. So.
Yeah, that totally doesn't even do it justice. It took me 3 hours. So he had all week off of work, and all week I was like, you better plan something. It's our 10-year anniversary. If you don't plan something, I'm going to be so angry. And I don't care what we do. We're either going to dinner, we're going to movies. I don't care if we sit in the backyard and drink a bottle of wine. Like, I don't care. Plan something. Something. I don't care if we eat McDonald's and play video games in our underwear all night. Like, that's fine by me. But just make sure it's a plan. So I leave the house on my lunch break on Friday. And I was like, did you plan anything? And he's like, nope. I haven't planned anything. And I was like, oh, I'm so mad. So I came back home expecting him to just be like, fine, let's go to dinner, whatever. And there's a letter in the mailbox. And he happened to get home at the same time as I did from like a dentist appointment or something. And I was like, what's this letter? I got the mail when I came back like during my lunch break. Would we get extra? And he's like, I don't know, I wasn't here. So I pulled the mail out, and it's addressed to me from him with both of our addresses on it. And for some reason, he put a stamp on it, like the mailman was actually going to take it or something. So I open it, and I'm all excited because G's done scavenger hunts before. And like one time I had to do a crossword puzzle that told me the location of a cell phone case, a Harley Quinn cell phone case that he had bought me. So he's done this stuff before. So I got really excited. I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna tell me like where he's taking me to dinner or something like that, or maybe I'm gonna get a dog. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a dog. I'm so happy. So I do the crossword puzzle, and it's like all Zelda theme or like word search. It was word search, and the word search led to a place in the house where there was a chest. It was like a plastic Zelda chest, and I opened the chest, and it had a picture of like a flower on it with another chest. And I'm like, well, we have a rose bush in the backyard, so I went to the backyard, and there was another chest underneath the rose bush, and then inside that, like I couldn't get in it because there was a lock, and inside on the back of that paper where the rose was like another puzzle that led me to the keyblade that we have hanging above the door, where there was a lockpick set taped to it. So I had to get the lockpick set off of the keyblade, and then I had to lockpick the lock, and then inside that was a crossword puzzle, and then that led me to like another chest where there was, he took a Game Informer magazine cover and had drawn on the back of the cover, cut it all up, dumped it in a box, and been like, here, put this back together. And it led me to a spot in the house where there was another chest. And then he even went and got glow in the dark, like wall paint or something like that, and painted on our walls in the guest room, like a Riddler's, like, question mark, because that was another thing. So I had a black light in one of the chests that I had to use to do the Riddler thing that led me to a, like, what was it? The key to decipher Hyrulean from Zelda, because that stupid bookcase that he built 8 months ago that's been sitting in front of me, he carved a proposal into it on each of the shelves. It has like the wisdom, courage, knowledge on it. And in between it, it says, Nikki, will you marry me? And that's been sitting in front of my face in another language for the last 8 months. And I totally could have gotten this proposal out of the way had I not been lazy and had I like, oh, let me find out what that says, and deciphered it myself. And instead, I'm stubborn and didn't even pay attention. So...
yeah, I saw we were like, how long was G like kneeling by?
A good few seconds.
It seemed like forever.
Yeah.
We were like, I was watching it, and both of us are like, turn around, Nikki, turn around, Nikki, turn around, Nikki, turn around.
You know he's doing that in the video too. So he like recorded the whole thing, and it's up on my YouTube channel. And so you can go watch it there if you want. I had Christian Puente. I sent him 3 hours worth of footage, and he cut it down to 3 minutes for me, and it's gorgeous and amazing. And he put some great Zelda music over it for me, and he did an amazing job. So yeah, like you can't really tell what it is. It just looks like I'm like searching for things like until the very, very end when he proposes, but it was still the cutest thing. And I was just like, shut up. Like,
I also thought it was really funny that you texted me and you're like, help me with this crossword puzzle. And I'm just like, okay.
So he told me that I couldn't use Google. And I'm like, okay, well, as of right now, like when he told me that, I was like, I don't really need Google, but apparently I might later. And I was like, well, what about Twitter? And he was like, I don't care. You can ask all your friends for help. Like, whatever, do what you want. So when the crossword came around, and it was all Zelda themed, and I didn't know like 90% of it because I don't know that deep into it, I took a picture of the crossword and I posted it on Twitter, and I was like, hey, best friends, I need your help. So if it wasn't for everybody out there that was helping me, I know that Jimmy Rodriguez was helping, Katie Casarda was helping me. She had like the greatest time with it. It was great. They're having such a blast like doing this crossword puzzle with me. It was so funny. Michael Espinoza was helping. So just a few. That's There's awesome. Plenty more people. There's too many to remember. I'm sorry, but thank you. So I owe it to them.
We all participated in Nikki's engagement.
Everybody did.
We just didn't know.
And so remember when we went to your house and G was like deciphering stuff on the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had already carved this. And like this was probably another little like, hey, look, you can do this really easy kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, whatever, like not paying attention. Ladies, decipher what your men are carving.
Decipher what they're carving.
Hey, I totally could have gotten this 8 months ago, 9 months ago now, and it would have been great. So yeah, he planned it out very well. Nerdiest thing I could have ever asked for. So
no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So what else is new in life? I know you went to see Civil War, right?
Yes, that's what we're going to talk about, right?
That's what we can talk about for sure.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have a plan.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss Team Iron Man over there. Pfft, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ew.
Team Iron Man.
Hashtag Team Cap.
First of all, Team Iron Man's team. Oh, we're just gonna fight this whole podcast. Team Iron Man's team is way better than the members on Team Captain.
Yeah, but does Team Iron Man's team stand for freedom like Captain America's? You can't contain freedom with no government.
Not stand for freedom.
It stands for freedom
of that movie. It stands for. They're both fucking egotistical assholes. That's what it stands for.
Who cares?
Iron Man, we already knew, was an egotistical asshole, and now Captain is just like, oh, my friend is more important and above the law. And yes.
Yeah, so I thought that was really dumb that it was like just about his friend. But I'm still Team Cap because he was in the right and he did want to investigate things. And Iron Man was like, no, you got to listen to the way these people want to tell you what to do. And no, that's not freedom. So
it's not that they had to have regulations was his thing.
No.
They had to be controlled. Look at all the people and all the things that they destroyed.
So
and yeah,
maybe instead of trying to like
probably not good
to like put them in this box and completely control them, they should have had like a council get together and be like, so under these circumstances you can hop in, but we're not going to decide right at the moment because that's going to waste even more time and more lives.
It's like they needed to be not necessarily like a last resort, but like this is who you call when things can't be controlled, basically. It's like, oh, we need to get the Avengers. So yeah, I don't agree with everything and was standing for, but I think he made a valid point. He just didn't know how to correctly execute it, and I think that the government, unfortunately, as the government does, wants control over everything in a very negative way. But I mean, the members of Team Iron Man, way better.
No, just no.
Oh, come on.
Who's better? Tell me who's better.
Who's better?
Yeah.
Then you cut out after that.
I said, tell me who's better.
Oh, wait, Iron Man? Or wait, Spider-Man?
Iron Man's team. Like, tell me who your team, like, talk them up. Tell me why your team is the best, because I don't believe you. Okay.
Spider-Man in that movie was freaking great. Like, don't even, like, I'm super excited for Tom Holland. Okay, wait a second. Disclaimer, I absolutely love as Spider-Man, so this is very difficult for me to say. But Tom Holland was really cute and, like, really quirky, and he got more than just a cameo in this movie, which was awesome. So I think he makes a fantastic young Peter Parker. He's also young, which is kind of helpful because, I mean, Peter Parker is supposed to be a high school student. So I thought from the moment, where's on this at all? We'll put it in the caption. But I thought from the moment Tony went to New York to get him to the, like, final scene with him in it, he was perfect. He was, like, spot on for Spider-Man.
So I don't doubt that he was a great Spider-Man. He was totally adorable, and it was hysterical, and just him the whole time in the movie was great. But Spider-Man does not make your great team. Like, that's just not it. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He was, like, jumping around like, oh, look at me, I'm a kid. He was hysterical when he was doing it. But no, that Spider-Man does not a team make. Sorry.
Does not a team make?
Yes.
Okay, I love Ant-Man, but he wasn't, like gold winning.
Yeah, but he tore apart Iron Man's suit in, like, a few seconds. Part of it.
And they freaking they went Star Wars on his ass and took him down.
And then he went reverse Ant-Man into, like, Giant Man, and that was fantastic.
And then they destroyed him.
Nah, who cares?
And he got flushed out of Iron Man's suit. It didn't, like, stop.
Yeah, but Iron Man has, like,
little bitch got smoked out of the suit. because
Iron
he's
Man
a fucking ant.
is like the funny Batman of the Avengers. So like he has a contingency plan for anything. So if something's gonna get in his suit, he's got to have a way to flush it out. So I totally get it. But before he flushed him out, Ant-Man was ripping him up.
He pulled out 2 cords and then he got flushed out.
Oh, he pulled out like 4.
Though he did make some good jokes while he was doing it, though.
Yeah,
he did. Funny.
Yeah. So you have Spider-Man. I have Ant-Man. Those are
okay. I also have Black
bugs.
Panther. Yeah, seriously, we fought with bugs.
I mean, I liked Black Panther as a character and his fighting style and stuff, but I thought he was very lackluster to the actual, like, I mean, the superhero part of it. Like, he was a badass, like, hero, but I don't know if he's, like, super. Because he seems pretty normal, except for the fact that he can run faster than a freaking car, which was ridiculous.
And he has a crazy panther suit and crazy panther nails.
Those are pretty sweet. But
Come on now.
He still wasn't amazing.
Okay, but now you're like, all right, but I have Hawkeye. And again, disclaimer, I fucking love Hawkeye, so this is really painful.
Yeah,
for me
you're kind of losing, like, dramatically here. So, no, but Hawkeye was great, and he, like, came out of retirement.
He's a normal human being who shoots arrows.
He's, like, really good at it.
He has specialty areas.
Areas?
Combine arrows.
Are those Oreos made out of
air? I'm hungry, guys. He's an archer.
So we both have one on our team that's just like there for show. They do fancy things, but I mean, in the end, honestly, the rest of them could just crush them. Well, I mean, because technically, I've got 2 normal people. Who's the dude in the flight suit? I always say, is it Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's like a totally normal dude and has like some super jetpack stuff. But the same with Iron Man. Iron Man has this fake mech suit going on, and I'm not a fan of War Machine. You have 2 dudes in these crazy suits, and I just don't like War Machine. All these people love him, and I just don't. I don't like him at all.
It's okay. I don't really like the fucking Winter Soldier, so we're even.
Nobody likes the Winter Soldier, and I wanted to cut his hair so goddamn bad.
See? No, you just said nobody likes the Winter Soldier. At least I like everybody on my team.
But he's a badass. And in the words of Spider-Man,
he's a little baby.
Dude, you have a mechanical arm, or whatever it was. He's got a robot arm. How cool is that?
Yeah, you got a robot. I loved when Falcon was like, you're supposed to have this much of a conversation, or whatever he said.
Oh, yeah, fighting doesn't normally have this much conversation in it. Oops, I'm sorry. That was a great fight with Spider-Man, though. It really was. No, okay, so then what about we bring it down to the ladies? Mine does magic. She's hella cool. Yours is just a Russian spy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said it.
Whoa. Nikki went there with Black Widow, who is getting her own movie.
Is she?
Finally. Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Sure. I think that's been confirmed. She's awesome. She kicks extreme ass. Extreme ass.
She should have been on vacation with the Hulk.
But to be fair, I mean, she was kind of like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, per usual. Mm-hmm. So it was like, oh yeah, I'm Team Iron Man, and then she's like, this ain't working out, and then hell anyway. So
yeah, your teammate ditched you.
She's a Russian spy. What do you expect?
So you admit your team is full of bad people.
No, I just admit, well, I mean, in the comic, it's also a team made up of supervillains, too. It's on Team Iron Man, so given, technically, yes. Yes. But they're just morally confused. Moving on.
So, I don't know. So the movie in general, as like a whole, I loved it. A little bit long for me. Probably because I had worked all day and I'm exhausted, and then I went to watch that. But no, it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. 2 thumbs way up.
Yeah, my 2 thumbs are also way, way up. I saw it twice within like a 24-hour time.
I can't do that. I don't understand how you people do that. Like going to watch the same movie again and again and again, like, and paying that much for it. How do you do that? Why do you do that?
Well, I got like invited to 2 different things, and then I was like, oh, I'm not gonna turn one of them down. So I was like, oh, I'll just go to both. And it ended up being worth seeing twice, which was nice. I did take a very short nap during the second one. Within the first 5 minutes, I was out cold. But it was also like 10:30 at night or something like that. So it was like, I was tired. I was an old lady.
No, our theater was packed. We went Friday night, so basically almost opening night. And there was so many people in it. And somebody was letting their like 10-year-olds run up and down the stairs every like half an hour or something. Oh, I was going to trip one of them. Piss me off. And then somebody else brought like their 2-week-old in. But it was actually pretty good because it only cried once for like 2 seconds. And I was like, okay, that's not bad. Not as
That's
bad as
parenting.
Hey, priorities.
There. Bring your 2-week-old to Civil War. Maybe. But yeah, I really liked it. I don't think I've heard from anyone otherwise, like saying anything else against it. I mean, some people were like, well, it's a little long, and I heard like the beginning was a little boring for some people. But I mean, kicks Batman vs Superman's ass, that's for sure.
In entertainment, like, this is a fun movie. Yeah, I guess. I liked Batman Superman. I thought it was great. Don't look at me like that. No. Get off my podcast.
Get out of here.
So I did my exciting news, but I know you have exciting news that you haven't talked about on the podcast yet.
True.
Do you want to talk about it on the podcast?
I will. Talk about it in briefly without going into too much detail.
You can mention it, but yeah, you don't have to like detail it out.
Yeah. I am finally out of retail.
Woo!
And I am now working full-time in the video game industry.
Woo! Yay!
Double.
We need like an applause button.
I know, we do need an applause button. That'd be nice. So yeah, that's all. I'm really gonna go into detail, but I mean, eventually, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you already know. If you follow me on Twitter, eventually it'll reflect what I'm doing and stuff like that. But I want everything to go through and be confirmed and all that stuff first before I.
But we're very proud of you. So good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay.
I love how we're like clapping for ourselves.
I don't want to like clap into it because it's going to be like in people's ears. So
yeah, that's true.
Trying to think of other amazing things that have happened. Kind of Funny Live 2 is happening soon at the end of the month.
Oh, internet. I took a vacation.
Like a real vacation?
Like an actual. Where I lived, I lived literally nothing. The entire, I saw.
Wait, did you do it here or did you do it over in New York?
No, I did it here. Once I came back from PAX, I worked a couple days and then at T-Mobile, and then I was off for an entire week. Nice. And I went and got a massage.
Ooh, fancy. Nice. Jealous. Nice. All the times I've wanted to get a massage in like the last year or two, I've been like, all I want for my birthday is money for a massage. And then I get money and then I'm like, oh great, I have a bill to pay. Here you go.
Take my money.
Maybe I'll just ask for massages for my engagement party, bridal shower thing. Just buy me massages. That's fine. I already have all my house things.
For your what was I saying? I would get massages and do all the girly stuff.
Bachelorette party.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Or at least go and do that before we go and do whatever else we're gonna do.
Yeah, so we were gonna go to Vegas, but things have changed, so we're not going to Vegas anymore. But we'll be doing something. Maybe we'll do like a weekend in San Francisco, or I don't know. Maybe we'll like do a weekend in Napa, and then we'll just spend the whole time in robes and get massages. I'm okay with that.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
We'll be fancy.
Now I'm like thinking of all this stuff that we can do.
We're gonna do this and this and this.
Drink lots of wine.
I don't know what else to talk about.
I don't know.
As soon as the show's over, I'm gonna be like, oh, I could have talked about all that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, crap, what did I? Have you been playing any games recently? Because I have. I've actually played something new.
Something besides what? Dark Souls?
Besides,
Was that the one you were playing for days?
God, no, I don't know. I was playing Digimon for a long time.
No, not Digimon. It was the other one that you were playing for like ever.
It definitely wasn't Dark Souls because I rolled around like 6 times, died like 15, and then was like, fuck this.
That sounds like hours of Dark Souls.
Yeah, pretty much. But it literally was like 3 hours. Then I was like, maybe I'll try Battleborn. And then I'm like, maybe I'll just turn this off and read.
Have you been playing something besides Digimon then?
Yeah, I've played, or not Battleborn, Bloodborne. I've been playing Battleborn.
Wait, was it Bloodborne that you were playing?
Maybe.
I
Did really bad at was like, maybe I'll try Bloodborne because I heard it's slightly easier. And did bad at that. And then I was like, oh, screw it. And then now I've been playing Battleborn. too many bees and borns.
There's just all the names of the games just like mushed together after a while.
Oh, I know what else. Persona 5 news. Yeah.
Because I haven't been following along, so enlighten me.
So they announced the release date for Japan. And the collector's edition for Japan is awesome. So they haven't said anything about like North America release date or North America collector's editions, but I'm hoping I can't talk anymore. I'm hoping that it is like just as cool as the Japanese collector's edition. Also, usually when stuff gets announced for like Japanese release dates, it's like only a couple months after that when it's the North American release date. So, whoop whoop.
So it should be soon after Japan.
So I can't remember what exact date is, so I'm looking it up. I want to say it's like June. I just looked at something that I thought was going to give me the answer, and I was wrong. Because I got no answer.
Hashtag waste your time 2016.
Yep. But either way, I'm excited. The characters look awesome. And I don't know. Everyone should watch the trailer. They have one that's got subtitles. Nice.
I still haven't finished Persona 4.
Nikki, you got
I'm stuck
this.
grinding. I've been grinding with all those characters that I wanted to change to, and it's just a slow process. And then I got sidetracked because I got engaged and I'm planning a wedding. So
You can do it. You can do it.
I will, maybe when I have more time.
I don't know why I thought June. So it's being released in Japan on September. So hopefully not long after we will get it in North America.
Hopefully before like holiday season. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm probably not going to get it right away. I mean, I'll get it, but I probably won't even be done with Persona 4 Golden by then, so we'll see.
You will be. We'll get it done. I'll help you.
We'll see.
I'll encourage you to grind.
You're just going to text me every day now. Are you grinding?
Are you grinding? How much grinding have you done today?
And then I'm going to block you.
Oh, that's sad.
So I think that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're tired. I'm tired. We obviously didn't plan very much. Before we close out, though, I do want to run through 2 podcasts that I was a guest on in the last like month and a half. The James and Josh from Life of Gaming podcast were nice enough to have me on their episode 46 with 46. Yes. That was really fun. They're good guys. They're really knowledgeable in things that I'm not. And then Sean, who hosts Life of Gaming podcast, had me on one of his episodes, which was really nice. He's got a really good, like, I don't know, I compared it to like the Wikipedia of his guest. So it's like one-on-one podcast, and he sits down and interviews his guest, just like, who are you? What do you do? Like, what goes on in your life? Tell me some fun stories. Like, I did some research on you and I saw this, this, and this on your Twitter. Tell me more about it or whatever. So I really like it. It's like a talk show kind of thing. So go listen to those. They're all really funny, really knowledgeable guys. So that's about it.
Sweet.
Yeah. Amanda, where can we find you on the internet?
Oh my gosh, I almost just said my old.
I do it all the time.
Oh, you're saying that old one? You can find me on Twitter. And that, I think, is the only thing. No, my Instagram at AKA Amanda Kane. That's AKA A. So there's 2 A's in the middle there. And my gamer tag is still the same. It's still Wake Up Paramore. So you can, with 2 P's. Apparently I just like 2's. Send me there at those things. Just let me know who you are if you're adding me on something, because I will probably not add you if you don't tell me who you are.
Or I do that now. Yeah, unless you tell me where you're from or how you know me.
And please don't like real name request me if you don't tell me who you are either, because like someone did that and it's just gonna sit there. Because like that's just weird.
In limbo forever.
Please tell me who you are.
It's
especially if you know my real name. Yeah. I'm sure I probably know the person, but
just a reminder, like some people's names, like your gamer name and your Twitter name are not the same. So it's like other people out there have that same problem. I'm lucky enough to have the same one on every platform in the world, and that is Harley Quinn 103. You can find me Twitter, Instagram, PlayStation Network, Snapchat. Yeah, that's the only places that anybody cares. You can find us, Lipstick Nerds, Lipstick Nerds on Twitter. I was gonna say our email.
I say you're reading our email.
It's been a while. You can email us questions, comments, or random facts, whatever you would like to lipsticknerdsmlg@gmail.com.
Random facts.
Random facts. We just like facts. Yeah. So this has been episode 42 of the Lipstick Nerds podcast. Thanks for joining us and bearing with us through this episode, because we don't know what we're doing.
And we also forget how to talk.
That too. But they've known that.
That's true. Especially with me.
All right. We'll see you maybe in another month or 2. Bye.
No, hopefully like in a week.
Hopefully.
Bye.